General Store in Unionville, New York. Good morning. Welcome to day 85 on the Appalachian Trail. Just left Unionville, New York. Stopped in at the store and resupplied. We got there about 7 last night, and we just got cold drinks and then went off to have pizza and camp in the park. It was pretty hot last night for a while. Finally cooled down a little better. It was a little easier to sleep after a while, but the worst part of it, actually more than the heat possibly, was the mosquito bites and the itching. Let me turn you around. Crossing the short pasture here before we head back into the trees. Plan is to only do about 16.5 miles to a shelter tonight. That'll set us up for an 11-mile day into Warwick, New York, where we get the drive-in theater camping. So it's going to be very hot this afternoon, but at least we don't have to do a huge day. Third short pasture crossing this morning. Less than an hour in. Back to the woods, I hope. A couple of chairs on the edge of the pasture in case you want to take a break. We're going downhill and it's a little breeze, and we're in the shade, so no need. It's only 8 in the morning, but I broke out the umbrella. Got an 8/10 of a mile road walk. Big solar farm over there through the trees. Maybe that's what we're cutting around. See, we got a big square to make. And entering a wildlife refuge. This is where we make a big rectangle around this. We're headed this way. No water birds out there today. It's all dried up. We're still walking along the wildlife refuge. And came across the biggest turtle we've seen on trail. Finally back in the trees, walking the boardwalk. Just left that open area at the wildlife refuge. Yes, it's umbrella time again. I think this boardwalk's pretty long. I've already gone probably 1/10 of a mile. And I remember seeing something on the app about the end of the boardwalk and didn't really think about it when it was coming up. See a bridge way out there, but looks like we're gonna circle around a bit before we get there. I just looked it up on the app. It said it's half a mile to the end of this boardwalk. So that'll make it, I don't know, more than three quarters to a full mile in total length. Glad I have an umbrella. Comes to a major bridge across this creek here. Let's get a look down at the river here. Just ran into a ridge runner out here on the boardwalk, and she's telling us that they'd chased a couple of bears off the trail about 5 miles ahead. We'll find out if they're still there. Try to get them out of the way for hikers coming through. I guess it's a real popular hiking place. The Stairway to Heaven. Parking lot we already passed, so it's strange that it's across all this sunny, full sun exposure, and it's after we cross one more road, so I guess that's if you want to do it in the long way. There's a little the roadside grill is closed. We're trying to find a cold drink. All right, we stopped down here at Heaven Hill Farm. You get a cold drink. Along with the cold drink, I had a little mini pizza that was super cheap. Frozen pizza. Prior to my peanut butter tortillas. And Hummingbird had a little salad that she'd picked up there. Nice break. Out of the sun for a bit. And now it's time to get back on trail. Only about 20 minutes ago we left the garden center, where we took the lunch break, and after 15 minutes, maybe half a mile of in and out of the sun, sometimes under the trees, now we're up in the forest, so at least temporarily we're nicely shaded. But there is some climbing, and it looks like it's going to be rock climbing. Yeehaw! Alright, we're on the last push up to this viewpoint, less than 1/10 of a mile away to the turnoff. But it's been steep and it's hot. Alright, we made it up to Pinwheel Vista. It was a tough climb. The steep part of the climb was only 7/10 and about 750 feet of climb. But part of it's boulders, and it's just a very hot day. Nice to be up here. Actually, it doesn't feel as bad in the sun right now as I thought it would. After coming out of the shade. But if I zoom you down here, here's where we had lunch, under that red and white canopy. Very cool little garden store and food. Here's where the trail came across. Oh, there it is. Right in the middle of the screen. The last section across the pasture. And time to get back in the shade. Now it's starting to feel hot.